All right, how do we know when we're live?
We're live.
Okay. Well, welcome to the April 13th special meeting. Let's get right to it with a call to order and our roll call. I believe Commissioner Pilar?
Heller? Yes.
Heller.
Yes.
Present. Commissioner Van? Possibly he'll come back through.
Present, how's that? I was muted.
There you go. Thank you, Commissioner Van. Commissioner Red Hawk Paulson? All right, and I myself, Commissioner Newman, am present. So we're missing Commissioner Madigan. But so forth we will charge on. I do believe with 4 there is a quorum. So let's go back to the approval of minutes. I know this is everyone's favorite topic to talk about and to go through, but it is always important. So the approval of the Wednesday, February 10th meeting minutes. I've reviewed them. They look spot on and perfect. Does anybody feel like making a motion to approve?
I never saw the minutes for some reason.
I make a motion
get
to
'em?
approve.
Oh, okay. Well, cool.
They're
Good.
on the website. I can send you the link if you need it.
Oh. It's okay. I'm good. If you guys are good, I'm good.
Can someone second Commissioner Van?
Second.
Patty seconds. All those in favor?
Grace.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. On to the March 9th.
And I think you said Patty, but Tracy seconded.
Do we have Patty? I don't see her.
I don't think she's on. I said, I think you said Patty, but maybe I misunderstood.
Oh,
No, you said Patty.
whoops.
It was I think Caitlin got that though. You got it though. We're good.
All right. Between the 4 of us and the meeting minutes, we shall prevail. I believe. I have faith.
Yes.
So the Tuesday, March 9th meeting minutes. Have been reviewed. They look good. Anybody find any questions, errors?
I did not.
All right, then a motion to approve.
I present a motion to approve the March minutes.
Thank you, Red Hawk. Randy, did you say you second?
Second it.
All right, all those in favor?
I did.
Aye.
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 Aye, cool. Meeting minutes. Thank you guys so much. Everyone's favorite moments of the day. On to our lovely agenda. We pretty much just have the one agenda item, but I was hoping, Tracy, you could kind of lead us off. I know there was another Board of Supervisors meeting on Tuesday that went through some phase 3 information. Do you want to give us an update on where we're at with that or what was discussed there?
Sure. No problem.
Red Hawk, do you mind if Red Hawk asks a question first?
Of course.
Yeah, just real quick, Tracy, with the letter that we're going to be discussing today, my concern is
Right.
I don't want to contradict anything the Fish and Wildlife presentation had. And so I didn't have
Correct.
a chance to look at it, what Anna was talking about there, but anyway,
Correct.
there is, make
Correct.
sure you tell us that there's a contradiction.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
I'm out.
Yes. Right. So with that in mind, because I got the word, and so I listened very carefully. They did a fabulous presentation, and our letter is completely in alignment. The one thing that they had is they talked about cumulative effect and how that was a CEQA reference. And so when they go back and talk about their cumulative effect, and I think that it's okay to leave it in our letter like that, because in that way I do believe it is a CEQA reference, but I don't know if we want to change the words for cumulative effect to I forgot what they said in their making a they had something similar to, sorry about that. I forgot what they said, but they didn't use the word cumulative effect because they were advised that that was a CEQA reference. That's the only thing. And I don't think it matters in our letter, honestly, myself, because it's also just a letter. I mean, it's also verbiage that means cumulative effect, which is exactly what we're looking for. So I don't really see the conflict there myself for our letter. Our letter is really good too. I love it. Yeah.
I think using the verbiage of cumulative effect would be appropriate in this case.
Agreed. So I think that was the only thing, and everything. And I think that Fish and Wildlife is going to love our letter. And I was like, we should have Angela Lieberman here. We should all hang out and talk about this. And I just, and a lot of people were talking about having the EIR done as well. I think that's going to be, hopefully there's going to be a moratorium because of the drought. So that's what people are looking at right now, having a nice little moratorium. Everybody calm down, see what's going on, get some code enforcement out there, and maybe possibly get an EIR done. It seems like we're looking at. I mean, that's what I'm
Real
hoping,
quick,
that I'm seeing that we're looking at. But that's, yeah.
Cumulative impacts, are you?
Say again.
In referring to the cumulative impacts that you were talking about item number 2, section B.
I don't know. What they were doing is they were making a, oh, you mean, are you talking about our letter? I'm not looking at our
Yes, I
letter
am.
right now. What I was okay, so what I was referring to when I talked about the cumulative impact in the verbiage was at the Board of Supervisors meeting on Monday, when DFW was talking, not when DFW was talking, well, DFW talked, and then the board made a motion, and the only thing that I noticed that I was looking for is anything that our letter, what I was looking for was is there any discrepancy between our letter that we wrote and what DFW had said? And they're completely in alignment. And the board made a recommendation, and they asked about cumulative, help me out, right? And then the attorney, right? The attorney said, you might not want to use that verbiage, so make another motion to check out the cumulative impacts. They used another word. It was basically I didn't even really have to say anything, honestly. That was the only thing.
But yes, Randy, in our letter, it's in
So
2B.
Yeah, that's
She's
what I
asking
was
for
looking
us
at there.
to
So
look
there
it
was some concern from county council. Is that what you were saying? I'm a little foggy here on that. The attorney you mentioned said something should be changed.
County
The verbiage
council.
should be changed on that. Was that county council?
County council, when the Board of Supervisors were making a motion, and I can't remember what the exact motion was, and I apologize. I just didn't write it down. I was just listening. And they used the verbiage, cumulative impact. And county council said, you may want to make a different motion, not using that verbiage, because that is a CEQA reference. And so making it so that it's very clean and not referring to CEQA. So then they made another motion, but they just used another, synonym for cumulative effect.
Right,
It had
but it
nothing to
seems
do
to
with
me
our
like
letter. No one's-
our letter is, no, I understand that, but I think it's worded well within the letter that was drafted,
Yeah,
because that's
Yeah.
what we are,
yes.
that's what we're
Yes,
kind of
that's all I'm
implying
saying.
here from what I've read is that we're in favor of the secret program. So I don't see any wrong verbiage whatsoever. And
I don't
in
think,
number
I don't
2B.
see any wrong verbiage at all. Like I said, I probably didn't even need to say anything. So I just was being, I guess, extra thorough. So apologies if I was my thoroughness or whatever is causing confusion. So, okay,
No. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
okay. Yeah, that letter's stellar. I can't wait to give it to everybody.
Okay, real quick, Randy, you answered your kind of your own question, and so very thorough on your report, Tracy, and that's important to have the when county council is saying to remove that verbiage, that's a legal loophole for the county on this, and so we need to keep the accumulative impacts in our letter so that it's known that how we feel and the community feels. That's my 2 cents.
Yes. I agree with you, Red Hawk.
Okay, what's the next step?
Well, if everybody likes the letter, I'm assuming we make a motion to approve said letter, and then work on getting it to the Board of Supervisors. I know there's timelines that we have to meet by submitting, so it can become public record and all that information. So I'm not sure if I'm still recused here on voting, but I'm kind of taking that role for myself. So if you guys would like to make a motion, if everyone feels comfortable and they like the letter, I certainly have no issues with it. I think it's well worded, it's well written, it stays within the lines of the Fish and Game Commission, where we are concerned about roads and wildlife and impacts. So I don't find it to be outside of our scope of work, which was my main concern as the chair. So yeah. Right.
I make a motion to approve the letter as written and, oh, sorry.
No, you're good, man. I was just, go ahead, keep going.
Did you have something to add, Red Hawk?
No, I was just gonna do what you're doing. You're doing a fine job. Keep going.
Oh, okay. I make a motion that we accept the letter as written and make a motion to move forward with presenting it to the Board of Supervisors.
Caitlin?
And who would the commission like to have signed that? I believe typically that is the function of the chair, but I would like to have it in the motion.
I think because the fact that Anna has kind of recused herself from the body of the letter, I think Vice Chair Pallison should be the signature on it, but it should be, I think, on county or official County Fish and Game Commission letterhead. So it looks a little bit more professional, and then commissioners.
I concur. So to answer your question, Caitlin, I will sign the letter. I do not have the official commission letterhead. I'm not sure who does. Do you have anything, Anna or Randy or Tracy?
I think I'm hoping that our secretary can take the body of the letter and finalize the letter and then send it out. Is that possible, Caitlin?
Yes, I can do that.
Perfect. So we're back to Randy making a motion to approve the letter and having me as the signature.
And is there a second?
Yeah, so
I didn't hear you, Randy.
I made the motion, so I can't second it. We got to have somebody else second it.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you. Motion passes.
Woo.
Perfect. So Caitlin, you will submit that to the Board of Supervisors when?
I will first locate the letterhead and place the letter that you have approved on the letterhead, and then I will forward that directly to you, Commissioner Paulson, for your signature. And as soon as I receive that back from you, I will submit it to the clerk of the board.
I understand.
Caitlin, I think it's the same letter. I think it's the same letterhead that you put out our agenda on. You know, it's just got the Mendocino County Fish and Game Commission on the top, and then at the bottom, it's got all the commissioners' names. And I think if you can squeeze the letter, the body of this letter into that template, I think that would be sufficient and very professional in my opinion.
That was what I was intending to do if I didn't locate any other documents saved as directly as letterhead. So.
I think that's all we've ever used, isn't it, Anna, on some of the other letters we worked on?
Yeah, that's been what it is. But I'm not sure what forms things have been saved as. All kind of points to a new need for a laptop for you, though. So these things are simple and straightforward and don't take 30 minutes when they should take 2. So
Exactly.
I recognize that that's a total
Nicely.
thing, and we see you. We appreciate your time, Caitlin. So we're going to try to make this as painless as possible, as soon as possible for you there. Commissioner Pilar, do you have a comment?
Peller.
Please.
Yes. I know. Check it out, right? I'm all, don't call me Peeler.
By the end of this.
When can I share the letter? Can I just,
Red Hawk?
I think it would be appropriate to share the letter after it has been sent to the Board of Supervisors.
so not
Yes,
until
I
after
agree.
the meeting? Okay.
Yeah, once it
No,
becomes
it will be
public
sent to
record.
the Board of Supervisors before the meeting, but let's get it, let Caitlin to the Board of Supervisors, and then I think it would be appropriate to share the letter. So it'd be in a few days.
Oh, cool. I thought it was going to be like after the meeting because, okay, great. Wonderful. Thank you.
Caitlin, if it would speed the process, I give you permission to sign my name electronically. If you feel comfortable.
Do you have an electronic signature?
It depends on what program that you're going to be using. Sometimes in Word that you have that option to sign electronically, just on the letterhead. I don't know what the feature is, but if it is a possibility, I'm good with it.
Okay. I will need to look into that. Typically, I've used a
I just have
signature. for those items. That's what I use at Planning Commission when I affixed a electronic signature to items by request of the chair of that. But whatever you need, Red Hawk.
What was that?
Whatever you need, we'll work it out.
Okay, so if you can make that happen, that would be fantastic. It would just speed it up instead of going back and forth. If you're good with that. Whatever's the fastest.
All right.
And the most legal.
What did you say?
And the legalist. The
Yeah,
fastest and legalist.
there you go. Appropriate.
All right. Seeing as we just have an extensive agenda this evening, should we, is there any commissioner reports that we want to move on to? Or are we done? Do we want to continue to talk about this? Are there other things that
By
I'm
me, I'm-
overlooking?
No, I think we're
I
good.
think we're good.
Oh, great.
Future agenda items. Reports, does anyone, I know we just met like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Does anyone have any updates on their area?
I'll find out about the wildlife service. Oh, sorry, Red Hawk.
That's
No,
okay,
go
Tracy,
ahead,
do
you
you
were
want to
going.
continue on?
All right, I just want to tell you, I will bring back more reports from John Haschek where he's at with that and the whole wildlife services thing, so that possibly we can also make a comment on the wildlife services issue that's going on and report out to the board. And Angela Lieberman from DFW, you guys did such a fantastic job. So many of our DFW people, and I don't know if we ever want to hang out with them, but I think that would be kind of cool if we ever want to. And that was all.
Real
This is all.
quick.
That is it.
You know, it seems like, real quick, Tracy, what is, if you could just brief us again real quick, what is going on with wildlife services? It seemed like we just jumped 1,000 hurdles and everything was back on board and moving forward. So what's going on?
Did we have a meeting that I didn't know about? Did something happen that I didn't know about? Oh. So do
No,
you,
I'm
so
just
Randy,
concerned, why are they,
oh, what happened? Like, why did John even bring this up? Like, why is he like, okay, now let's
Yeah.
okay. What happened? Okay. Well, there is this group. There's this group, the Alliance, the Non-Lethal Alliance, who's working with Sonoma Wildlife Rescue, and they have been, I think some disturbing things kind of came to light about what one of the staffers was actually doing. I heard that there had been an actual threat phone call that came out in the Board of Supervisors meeting. And I think they kind of were dissatisfied with that action. And so they kind of threw the whole service under the bus because of the one staff individual. And so Abby Theimke hasn't even gotten a chance to talk to them or anything like that. So it's definitely on the table. No decisions have been made or anything like that. But what they did, though, was present a very cool program, which was, well, you heard the whole thing. So anyway, the reason it was like that was because of the Non-Lethal Alliance, and I think there was a trigger in that from a farmer who had gotten a rancher, excuse me, who had gotten kind of a threat phone call from one of the staffers that kind of just like propelled it forward, and then got brought up to John Haschek and presented. So as far as I know, nothing has been changed. And I think we're looking at, instead of option A or B, possibly option A and B, an exclusion program and keeping wildlife services with Abby leading the way, and possibly maybe hire another staff or not, or I don't know. But that's something we could talk about and possibly write a letter to to it. You know, I'm looking forward to talking about it with y'all, honestly.
I think I'm pretty, because I'm still the inland at large commissioner, correct? So I'm under.
Give me a
I'm
moment,
under
I can look
John,
that up
and,
for you.
Do you have any? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I am. So I am actually under John, so I can reach out to him personally and talk to him as well. And who took Carrie Brown's position? If because I think I was under her before as well, John, and whoever Carrie's replacement is.
McGordy did, and
Yeah,
McGordy's so Glenn McGordy, yeah, he's definitely pro wildlife services. And I think, Randy, it would be, I know you're going to go talk to John, and I think that's great. I would love us all to talk together. Like, maybe let's bring John here so he can talk to all of us at the same time, and we're all on the same page together. If that sounds good to you, or you all. And of course, talk to John. I mean, do whatever you're gonna, I mean, yeah, all the above. Another all the above.
What's McCordy's district too?
1. District 1.
One.
District 1. Carrie Brown.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
So I move we put that on the agenda, wildlife services.
Sounds great.
Caitlin has the question.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let Commissioner Van know that I checked the clerk of the board site, and he is the inland member at large.
Okay, thank you.
Of course, my pleasure.
Are we absent for a district or something? Who's,
Say that one more time.
we have, are all our districts filled up? Are we all filled up? Yeah, we're missing
Mm-mm.
people. Should we put a ad somewhere or something? Let people know.
Help wanted.
Come on.
Did we ever get any confirmation on what's going on with Mike?
No.
Commissioner Kura's term is expired, but we've been unable to reach him.
Well, he's I think he was John McCowan's appointment. So is John still a supervisor?
It's
No,
no. Go ahead.
sorry, Red Hawk.
It's all good.
No, former Supervisor McGowan is no longer sitting on the Board of Supervisors. Commissioner Kura's position was for the 2nd district, though.
Yeah, who took I'm a little behind here on our supervisors. Who took McGowan's spot?
It was Mohern, I believe.
Maureen Mulhern
It wouldn't-
is
it
the
probably
2nd
wouldn't-
district.
Okay, I don't, with all these new commissioners, we've always had, in the past, I met, our commission met with the Board of Supervisors and kind of had a joint meeting. And I think with all this new, these new supervisors in place, if they're willing to, all of them sit down together like we did. Anna, I think you were in on that when we all, met at one of the back chambers there. And had a nice conversation. So if somebody wants to reach out to them, maybe I can, or maybe our secretary could, to see if they would be interested in, probably unfortunately have to be an afternoon in the middle of the week type of meeting. That's the only downside to it, I think, for those of us that work. Just food for thought.
I think that's a great idea, Randy, but I don't know if, I think it would, I don't know if the county allowing in-person meetings yet. Caitlin,
Oh, yeah.
answer on that one.
Okay.
No, the county is not holding in-person meetings at this time.
Well, we could keep it, on the back burner. So when they do, maybe they'd be interested in sitting down and visiting with us a little.
I think that'd be a good idea.
Would that have to be a public meeting?
So to
No.
answer your question,
No.
Anna, it's entirely dependent on how many members are included in that meeting. If it is a one-on-one with the seat holder and the supervisor, that would not need to be a meeting as long as it wasn't discussed among each other outside of the meeting body, as that would constitute a serial meeting by the Brown Act.
Yeah.
But for the supervisors as well as for our commission, it just needs to be less than quorum.
Okay. Yeah, it would be great to get the Board of Supervisors updated on everything Fish and Wildlife, from oceans to inland and all the things. I feel like we're very disconnected from them, and it would be nice to bridge that gap. So if they do have questions on how the community feels about policies like wildlife services, they know that we're a resource that's well informed. They might not even know that we're well informed. Most likely not. So it's a great idea.
That's kind of what
Red Hawk?
we're here for.
So, I don't know what you guys do, but after each meeting, I reach out to the sponsoring supervisor and I give him a brief, everything that we cover. And I answer questions directly at that time. And so I don't know if you guys are doing the same thing or not, but that's what I do to stay connected to the supervisor.
You're a very smart man, sir. That sounds like a very
Who-
basic
who
thing
are
I
you,
should be doing.
Doc?
I'm with Judy.
Oh, yeah. And you're with, who's your supervisor, Red Hawk?
McGordy.
McGordy, okay. So what two do we have open? I know we have coastal at large open, and what was the other vacancy that we have for commissioner vacancies?
District 2.
That's all I had. Thank you.
All right. Red Hawk, do you want to give your report? Do you have reports?
I have nothing to report at this time other than what we've just discussed.
Randy, do you have additional reports?
No, I'm still waiting to have a sit down with Frank again. So hopefully once that happens, I'll have that done before our next meeting.
Good stuff. I don't have anything to report. I hope we've all filled out Form 700 that was due 13 days ago. Per usual, I like to remind you when you've been late. I believe Caitlin reminded us before we were late. But it's a thing. You don't want the fines. Pretty simple. Besides that, if we're all set and ready to adjourn a meeting, I so move. I so suggest.
Oops.
So are you looking for a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I can never remember if I have to have a motion to adjourn the meeting or not. But before we do,
I motion to adjourn the meeting.
all right, before I got ahead of myself, can we talk about our next date and when that would be before we all go away? Get our calendars.
We have our next meeting scheduled for May 11 at 1800.
Perfect.
And that would put us back on our normal rotation of the first Tuesday every other month, or the second Tuesday of every other month.
So are we looking at staying in this type of meeting format, or are we eventually going to try and go back to, face-to-face, one-on-one roundtable type of a?
Eventually back to the face-to-face, but we're just going to follow the county's lead. I know that this county's done an amazing job getting vaccines out there, but we're still in the orange tier. And I'm not sure when in-person meetings come into play with the tiered system. So we're just going to follow the county's example. And when they're ready, as long as we feel safe and we feel ready as a group, then we'll move forward. But we're definitely way behind the county on that. So more Zooming. Sorry, team. Your friendly chair / mom to remind you to fill out your forms, schedule your meetings, and that we have to be online.
Eat your vegetables. Yeah.
Eat your vegetables and stay healthy, all right?
Okay. Get a lot of exercise. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. Tracy, you have something else?
Should I motion to adjourn, or are we still? Is that still on the table, or right? Or
So
Red Hawk motion? I mean,
motion.
I'll second that. Right. I'll second Red Hawk's motion.
For confirmation, I have a motion to adjourn from Commissioner Paulson and a second from Commissioner Pellar.
Perfect.
Yeah, we approve.
Okay.
All right.
Can I get an aye from all those in favor?
Bye.
Aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Motion passes. We adjourn at 6:40 p.m.
Thank you so much for all of your hard work, Caitlin and Tracy and Red Hawk and Randy.
All right. See you guys next
Bye,
time.
guys.
Bye. Eat your veggies.
See you. Thank you.